Pass rolling to his right. They throw it. The in route to Tanner Steck. Makes the catch. Steck dives for the pylon. Touchdown!
Up by the Nuggets and an attack. That'll go for a kill from Anasteer.
Lamar looks for a block, makes a man miss at the 5. End zone touchdown. Swirls. Sets up middle. Jensen for the exclamation point kill.
30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and an 85-yard touchdown run for Landon Olsen.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Thompson, football fans. James Martin's back here with you on our Irie Insurance pregame show. First game of the season for Thompson, second game for Grafton, the Spoilers at 0-1. And again, the Tommies, first game of the year. On our Irie Insurance pregame show, insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote today. Going to go right into our pregame interviews. Coming up next, we'll chat first with the home team's head coach, Brady Schwab, followed by Donovan McMillan of Grafton on yourliveevent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show ahead of the kickoff between the Grafton Spoilers and the Thompson Tommies. Game number 1 for Thompson, game number 2 for Grafton. Chatting with the Thompson head football coach and Brady Schwab. And Coach, as we have discussed earlier, if you had a chance to go watch the coach's show from this week, we got 10 seniors on this roster, and including a new quarterback in Gavin Krogstad. What have you noticed from Gavin here ahead of week number 1?
Yeah, Gavin's done a nice job just accepting that role at quarterback. It's hard, and it looks real glamorous, and there's a lot of accolades that go with playing that position, but it's a lot, and having to learn that transition from a receiver into that quarterback spot. I think he's done a really nice job. Of course, we're still learning, we're still growing, but the kids have been receptive to him being in that leadership role, and it's been fun to watch him grow. And he loves the game, and he works hard at it. He puts time in the weight room, and we're excited to get him an opportunity to get out there and play tonight.
It's great to see some other pieces to go along with Gavin, some senior leadership like Schumacher and Peterson and other guys around him.
Yeah, it is. We've got 10 of those guys out there, and they're all going to be on the field at some point in time. And the more seniors you have, obviously, the more leadership you have. And we're just excited to get out and play. We had that week 1 bye, and I know the kids were continually asking me, why do we have a bye? Why aren't we playing? And which is what you want, but getting those few extra days of practice and getting an opportunity to kind of solidify what we're trying to do this week 1 has been beneficial to us. And getting those guys ready and not playing that 1 week, takes a few hits off of the body as well. So hopefully you can sustain a little bit longer, but it's been a good group to work with. We're nowhere near where we want to be right now by the time this book's written, but we're in a chapter 1 right now. So just like anything, we're going to try to figure out what we need to do, what we're doing well, what we need to work on, and then just get out there and play the game. We talk to our kids that, it's a classroom thing when we're at practice, but when it's a game, it's sandbox. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be exciting. Community's excited for it. Kids are excited. Coaches are excited. So it's just an opportunity to go out there and showcase what we've been doing.
First, going to take on an opponent that's already played 1 game. I think if you talk to Coach McMillan up in Grafton, a game they would like to have back against Hillsborough Central Valley. But your thoughts on the Spoilers, week 1?
Yeah, they are athletic, and they've got a quarterback in Droog that's got a big arm. They want to get the ball out in space to their receivers. They've got some tall receivers that they want to get in one-on-one matchups. And Obviously we're going to have to get to the quarterback, try to get some pressure on him and get the ball out a little bit earlier than maybe he wants to. And then, make sure that we're just sound in our coverages. That last year, if we go back to that game, I think we gave up 5 through the air and they were all breakdowns on coverage. It wasn't ability, it wasn't positioning, it was just a breakdown in where we were supposed to be. So, those things are things that you hope with some of these guys that have now been out there for a year, have played some varsity football, that they can rectify, and I know they want to rectify it. So Grafton's one of those teams that, at times is hit or miss. Sometimes they're going to come out and put 48 together. Sometimes they're going to come out and put 38 together. And typically in high school football, if you put 48 together and take care of the football and not have a lot of penalties, you're going to have an opportunity to get a win at the end of the game. So it's a good game for us. It's an opportunity to play a non-region game coming off of that bye and play against a team that's already played. Their guys have been hit by other people. They know what that's like. Our guys, it's going to take a little bit for us to figure out. So, we've been working at trying to get them opportunities to get hit. Of course, it's different when it's your same teammates, but at the end of the day, it's a game, and games are the reason we play it.
Of course, as we talked earlier on the coaches show, it's a new region for you guys this year, and I gotta feel like out of this year as opposed to any other year, it's a year where you can't start behind.
Correct. Yeah, and it's a physical region. Week in and week out, it's going to be physical. You want to do everything you can to stay healthy, but at the end of the day, you got to play football, right? And you got to get the ball in the guys' hands that you think are going to give you success. And you got to manage workload a little bit when you can manage workload. But when we're playing this thing, we want to play, and we want to play to try to get that W. So it's one of those things that as we go, we don't want to take steps back. We don't want to be lateral. We want to be moving vertically, and we want to be making improvements as we're going. And that's not from week to week. That's from drive to drive. That's from quarter to quarter. That's from possession to possession. And if we're moving ahead and we're getting better than we were that last possession, and we continue to do that, we give ourselves an opportunity to be successful.
First couple of possessions, offense, defense, what are some specifics you're hoping to see?
We talked with our kids. Number one, we want to make sure that we're finishing plays. We're finishing blocks. We're running with running downhill with knees churning, and just completing plays. And when we have a setback, whether that's a small gain, a loss, or something doesn't go our way, we want to see response to that. We want to make sure that we flip that into a positive situation, and that we learn from what happened on that play as coaches and players, right? What went wrong in that play, and how do we get better? So that's one. Two, on the defensive side, as always, I want to see how we tackle. I want to see the speed at which we tackle. I want to see feet in the ground. We want to see driving for 5. We want to see finishing guys, right? So fundamental things that sound great on paper, and they're great when you're tackling a wheel, and they're great when you're tackling a pad. But when you got another human over there that's trying to win just as much as you are, how do we respond to that? And how do we improve every drive that we're going? How do we improve every play that we get an opportunity to do it? And because it's a game, it's not going to go how we want it to all the time. How do we respond to that? And how do we improve from that to the next time we get a chance?
Brady, anything else you want to mention here in the pregame?
No, we just super appreciative of what you guys do. And we mention this to our kids a lot, maybe not enough, but we're appreciative of what they do, as is every coach, right? We don't get to do what we do without them doing what they do. So it takes us to have them, and it takes them to have us, right? So we encourage involvement by our parents. We encourage involvement by our community, and they're excited, I think, to see what we put out there. Super fun for the kids, super stressful for the coaches to see how that first game is going to go. But that's what makes it go, and that's what makes it fun and keeps us young.
Hey, Coach Brady Schwab joining us here on the Irie Insurance pregame show. Had a kickoff between the Thompson Tommies and the Grafton Spoilers on yourliveevent.com. Brady, thanks for the time as always.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Dagelman Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, we focus on support and make the experience of owning a Dagelman unlike any other. Dagelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show, had a kickoff between the Grafton Spoilers and the Thompson Tommies. Week 2 football action on yourliveevent.com. Joined by Donovan McMillan, head coach of the Grafton Spoilers. And Coach, had you on last week in our opener against Hillsborough Central Valley up there in Grafton. It was a decent first half from you guys, but I think you guys just kind of caught the turnover bug and couldn't keep up in that 40-6 setback.
Yeah. Hi, James. Thanks a lot for covering the game tonight. And yeah, it was those first games of the year. You don't know what to expect. You hope your guys come out and they accomplish our goals. And one of those goals was to limit turnovers and take care of the ball. And we definitely dug ourselves a hole. And yeah, I think, even in the second half, I think when we were matched up, we did pretty good offensively. We did pretty good defensively. It's just we had too many big turnovers. We had 4 turnovers, and 3 of them resulted in points almost right away. And we were fighting back after in the first half. There we had that one the pick 6 that got the scoring going in the first half, and even right up until about a minute 55 left in the half, we had the ball. We're down 13-6. And then the halftime score was 26-6. So we had 2 turnovers there, one for another pick 6. And then we had our fumble there too, which eventually I think Hillsborough recovered around the 25-yard line or so. And they eventually scored again right before half there. So had something, a key focus this week is definitely we got to give ourselves a chance to be in the game. And, when you have those turnovers that result in quick points, it can be definitely a game changer.
Drogue, known for his basketball skills, but I believe the first year he's gone under center as your guys' starting quarterback. Obviously, the touchdown's great. The interceptions, not as much, but probably more positive than negative at this point.
Yeah. Well, he actually got in last year. He got his feet wet a little bit, played some quarterback for us. And, it's one of those things where, the boys basketball players that we have on the team, they've had some success here last few years, a lot of success, especially this last winter, going to the state tournament, finishing up in 3rd place there. And so we want that experience to carry over playing at a high level on the football field, obviously. And, one thing with Kyler and, they weren't all necessarily, bad decisions on his part with the interceptions. We had a couple instances where a receiver didn't cut off their route and go to that open area that we were going to try to target him at. So, but it is about making better decisions. And, last year when Kyler was playing, we felt like he progressed a lot during the season, whether it's footwork, moving in the pocket. And those are just some key points that we revisited here this week and talked about getting yourself in position and living the play another down too. We don't always have to, hit our receiver. If it's not there, we can try to throw the ball away and fight another battle. So yeah, definitely a learning experience. And, last year there was hiccups too. We had really good games we saw out of our quarterback play. And then we had a few games too, where, we had a lot of things to work on. So
who are maybe some of the other individuals that impressed you from last week's setback?
Yeah, so we had a few returners that came out, played again this year that had playing time last year that stepped up to the plate. You know, we had a few guys on the O-line. Roman Rodriguez, you know, he had a match up with the Jackson, or the Matson boy from Hillsborough last week. And so, you know, he definitely had his work cut out for him, but he, you know, a good learning experience for him too. And then we also have Julian Thomas, who is a sophomore this year that got thrown in the mix last year as a freshman. And he really developed his game and stood out on the line too. And then we had a couple freshmen up there too that, again, first high school experience, and they were able to step up and make some contributions there. And Reggie Rice, you know, he's good 6'5". He's out on the perimeter there at wide receiver, and you know, he's got some skill sets, and he stepped up and played a pretty good game out there too. We talked to him about his defense on the defensive side, and we got to make some improvements there. But he's our free safety on that end too, and then Shaden Thomas. So Shaden's Julian's older brother. He's playing our slot back receiver spot, and he had a pretty good game too, just catching the ball and getting down the field. He almost had a kick return after Hillsborough scored their first touchdown. He got clear on the sideline, but must have stepped on a blade of grass that was painted white, I guess. So we had to settle for the 50-yard line on that one. But yeah, then defensively, we had a pretty good performance, I think, by a lot of people. You know, the good thing about it in the first game, we finally get into that situation where we're going live against somebody else, and we see who steps up, and then we can make our improvements during the next week. So.
I think another guy to mention, Cruiser Burns, a guy that everybody knows on the wrestling side. Of course, that translates usually pretty well to the football field. Yeah, definitely. Cruiser played a pretty good defensive game. He was making some tackles that weren't actually in his area, and so he was coming across the field a little bit, and solid defense. You know, no interceptions, but he was getting himself in position too to help throw off the timing a little bit with the quarterback there. And you know, offensively, he had a few drops there, and he understands that. He knows that it's not characteristic of him to do that. And then he suffered a little bit of a ankle injury there too during the game. So I think, you know, mentally that kind of got in his head a little bit too, but he bounced back, and he came in and he filled his role pretty good there. But yeah, again, there's some winter sports recognition there too. He state champion and wrestler, and he definitely can excel at this level, or knows how to get the job done. Donovan, you mentioned, I believe, before the first game of the year, kind of some injuries, some kids kind of banged up at the start of the season. Where's the health and safety aspect of Grafton headed into week 2? Yeah, we're sitting pretty good right now. You know, I mentioned Cruiser, his ankle is pretty good. He's probably going to be 100% here this game. And one of our, and I didn't mention him earlier, but Leroy Delgado, you know, he's pretty tentative that first game. You know, he made a few plays, and then we had a couple offensive holding calls that brought back a long run, but we could tell he was still a little tentative on his ankle. He had a high ankle injury there, you know, preseason, and but he's back to 100%. He's actually looking pretty good in practice this week, so we hope we can ride on his shoulders a little bit on the offensive end. And other than that, we pretty much will have our full crew there. Everybody's got their 9 practices now, and health-wise, we're looking pretty good. Talk about the Tommies, your opponent here tonight, and the challenges they'll present, kind of the things you see out of them, and what's going to be important to get the win. Yeah, so they have some tall basketball players too that are going to be on the field, and I know we got to look at tight end play and Peterson and a few others that were effective against us last year on the defensive end. So that's going to be a threat. We don't have, you know, Reggie Rice plays free safety for us, but our corners aren't going to be the tallest out there. And so just mixing up our defense a little bit and our coverage responsibilities and making sure that we can hone that in a little bit on the outside or the perimeter game for them. And, you know, this is their first game, so we don't have any film on what their backfield is going to look like this year, and what we might have to target in terms of, you know,
speedy running backs or up the middle, or what their game plan is going to be. So, we just focus on our responsibility on the defensive end and adapt as the game goes on, just like you have to do defensively anyways during the game. I think we'll be in good position here going into the game tonight. And also, offensively, I felt like Coach Villarreal had a pretty good game plan last week. Again, we just had a few mental mistakes and a few errors that kind of threw us out of sync a little bit. And so with our plan, we have a lot of tools out there, and depending on if we want to look at last year's game film against Thompson, and I know that was our first game last year, and things have changed a lot with them too. But we had a lot of success going in the air, and we have a few different athletes this year that weren't on the team last year, but or players that were on the team last year that we don't have this year. Tony Villarreal, and I think he ended up with 5 touchdowns that game. But we're hoping that we can exploit that a little bit too with our skill players. And again, we'll see what we can maybe do on the run game, if we can get that squared away and play the game and see what happens.
Coach, anything else you want to mention here on the pregame show?
I just, these Thursday night games are kind of tough for preparing. You got normal 4 practices during the week, and we throw a JV game in there this week, so it's kind of a struggle. But I'm hoping our guys, now that we have one game under our belt, and get those jitters out, and now we're ready to hit again and come down to Thompson, I guess, from Grafton, and step on the field. And it's gonna be a fun night. I know it's not Friday night, but nothing better than a fall under the lights game on a football field. And looking forward to it, and I appreciate again having you guys broadcasting the game.
Absolutely. Donovan McMillan, head coach of the Grafton Spoilers, on our Ira Insurance pregame show ahead of the kickoff between the Spoilers and the Thompson Tommies. Coach, thanks for the time.
Yep. Thank you too, James.
Hi, I'm Sonia at the Lighting Gallery. When you walk through our doors at the Lighting Gallery, we're so much more than lighting. We have an incredible selection of sofas, dining room table and chairs, accent chairs, area rugs, pillows, and other accessories and decor. We want your house to feel like a home. Visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks. See you soon.
And coming on back here on our Ira Insurance pregame show, get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve. They cover it all at Ira Insurance. Is their website, ireinsurance.com, for a free quote today. James Martins, Bailey Bryant on the camera here this evening. It's back to football Friday night on yourliveevent.com. Again, the Grafton Spoilers falling to the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros in week 1, 40-6. Really, the Spoilers, they were in the game, as you heard from head coach Donovan McMillan. They were in the game for the most part in the first half. Just some untimely turnovers, shooting themselves in the foot. And so Grafton, very important for them. Cut down those turnovers, have to win the turnover battle today. Conversely, for Thompson, they've always been very good. Looking at Brady Schwab's team of rushing the passer, of getting back into the opposing quarterback's pocket and making that space be minimized a little bit. And so Thompson, I think, has got to really do that tonight. Set the tone, start early. They don't want to lag a little bit, because Grafton's got that week of experience to get out the jitters. Thompson doesn't have that as much, but they do have some good seniors on their squad. 10 seniors, as head coach Brady Schwab alluded to, and it's going to be a great fight when it's Grafton and Thompson on yourliveevent.com. Here on our Irie Insurance pregame show tonight, the Tommies in the black jerseys, white numbers, and for Grafton, they're going to be the white jerseys, maroon numbers, outlined in gold. Thompson, one of only two, I should say, Region 1 teams without a win so far, but of course they haven't played a game. The only team that lost last week, Region 1, was Oaks, and they took on Langdon Ariadne Munich. So definitely not a cupcake gimme game. So definitely a quality contest for Oaks. I imagine they will get a win before the end of the year. So Region 1, no doubt about it, it's going to be one of the toughest regions, probably the toughest region in the state, with the likes of Kindred and Central Cass. and Hillsborough Central Valley. They keep playing that defense they played against Grafton. You never know. Pastor Joe Johnson's squad might do coming through this season. As we're going to get to the national anthem here in just a little bit. See if we can sneak in quickly the polls here. The latest polls released by the North Dakota Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association. Week 2, Kindred stays at the top with that 13-6 win over Velva Garrison Drake Animus last week. Langdon area Munich jumps to number 2. Central Cass third. The Aggies Velva Garrison Drake Animus dropped to 4th. Dickinson Trinity in 5th. Ryan, Carrington, Killdeer, Shiloh Christian, and Botno also received votes in this last week's poll. 9-man, Lamar Litchfield Marion, your top team. They leapfrog North Prairie. 7 votes, first place votes for the Lobos, 6 for the Cougars of North Prairie. West Hope Newburgh Glenburn, 3rd. South Border 4th. New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock 5. Linton HMB, Strasburg Zeeland, New Salem Almont, Sargent County, Headingley County, and Cavalier all receiving votes. That wraps up here our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll break for the national anthem, and we'll be right back for the starting lineups coming up next year on YourLabEvent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
National anthem just concluded. Fantastic job. Good way to start here on our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grow our own. CrystalSugar.com. Thompson, they won the toss. They elected to defer. So we will go with the Grafton Spoiler offense here first on the left-hand side of the field. Thanks, Bailey. In those white jerseys, here are your Grafton Spoilers starting offense. A 6'5" junior wide receiver, number 1, Reggie Rice. A 5'7", 155-pound junior, number 2, Shaden Thomas. 5'11", 160-pound running back, senior, number 3, Leroy Delgado. A 6'2", 180-pound tight end, number 8, David Jelinek. A 5'10", 155-pound senior wide receiver, number 10, Cruiser Burns. The 6'7", 205-pound senior quarterback, number 12, Kyler Drogue. And on the line, 5'11", 280-pound guard, number 52, Julian Thomas. A 175-pound, 6-foot junior left tackle, number 54, Drew Suda. The 5'10", 165-pound senior right tackle, number 57, Roman Rodriguez. 6'1", freshman linebacker, or freshman center, 180 pounds, Jack Green, number 58. And a 6-foot freshman defensive lineman, 250-pound right guard, number 9, Easton Ziegelman. Now that's the starters for Grafton. Head coach Donovan McMillan, assisted by Jamie Villareal, Cam Lentz, and Trevor Tompkins. And now your defensive starters. For the Thompson Tommies, looks like they whipped through. Again, no starters announced. We'll get through those starters when they come out on defense. Again, they don't announce the official starting lineup there for Thompson, so we'll respect that here in our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. And we want to get to the kickoff here as well. So again, we'll circle those in. Defensive starters for Thompson to the game. But Grafton, again, Thompson won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half. Grafton will receive. Back to receive the kickoff there for the Spoilers. It's Shaden Thomas and Cruiser Burns. As the Spoilers look to get into the win column, the Tommies look to do the same in this classic rivalry, one of the most classic rivalries in North Dakota, I'd say. Thompson-Grafton renewed 2024 fall football on yourliveevent.com, and the kick is away. We're underway here in Grand Forks County. That's received there on the near side, and he's got a burst of speed. Cruiser Burns cruising his way to the 50, 45, 40, 35, one man to beat, and he's wrangled out of bounds. What a start there for Cruiser Burns. All the way down to the Thompson 25. That's the juice that Grafton certainly needed to start this game off right. Here on our Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moen, agent Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. He's an agent with answers for all your insurance questions in Grand Forks and Lakota. Big return there, sends the ball all the way to the 23 for Cruiser Burns. And the Spoilers just 3 yards outside the red zone. A pitch out to the right. Shoestring tackle there that time as Leroy Delgado picks up a couple of yards. 2nd and 8 out on the 21. Josh Juvie on the stop there for the Tommies. Again, Cruiser Burns with a big return. Turn of, I believe, about 55 yards, 55, 65 yards. 2 to the left here, 1 to the right. Kyler Drogue slings it, got a man wide open, it's picked off. Intercepted there out of the end zone by Cash Danner. And Danner goes all the way back to the 35. And that's the 4th interception thrown this season by Kyler Drogue. Again, a promising possession. Drogue throws a pick. And Thompson will take over. 11:06 to go here in this opening quarter. Just like that on the 35. That Cruiser Burns return, null and void. Thompson against with plenty of room and time to work with here as Gavin Krogstead, the starter, hands it off. Taking over for Drew Overby, starter last year. So first official start for Gavin Krogstead as Juvie on the carry. Picks up a gain of 4 to the 39. Makes it a 2nd and 6 there for the Tommies. A lot of these guys, they played some role last year. Peterson. Krogstead was out as a receiver last year. Schumacher as well. But guys like Danner, Lovelace had some great defensive moments last year. But again, Juvie's going to get more of the focus. Well, we'll see with that speed without that interception if Danner can make his mark there for the Tommies. 2nd and 6. It's another handoff. It goes to Juvie, I believe, inside the 40. Juvie with another carry out to the 42. A pickup of 3 more. Brings up our first 3rd down of the game. Either side. As Juvie, 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust. It's exactly what you want to do here. If you're Thompson, getting into that manageable 3rd down as the sun starts to set here in Thompson. And first game of the year for the Tommies, moving down from Region 2 to Region 1. Grafton staying up there in Region 2 with the likes of Langdon, Ariadne, Munich. Turtle Mountain comes into that region as well. Blitz shown. It's coming. It's protected. Krogstead rolls out to his right. He's got his man out in the flat and finds Cash Danner for the first down. Danner off to a great start with the interception on defense. And with a catch there in offense to move the chains, makes it 1st and 10 back at midfield. Gain of 8 there for Danner. First pass thrown and completed there for Gavin Krogstead. And so again, Grafton, that is their 5th turnover of the season. 1 fumble and 4 interceptions now for Kyler Drogue, who did have experience last year at the quarterback position. 1st and 10 for the Tommies in those black jerseys. Man in motion, flips out to him. There's Schumacher. Tommy hotshot goes to the near side across midfield, and he's swallowed up there. Nice tackle by Leroy Delgado. Great technique there on the feet. And the ball spotted on the left hash. 47 goes into Grafton territory. Both teams have gotten into each other's territories, but for vastly different reasons. And it'll be a 2nd down and 7. 8.5 and counting here on that Odak Insurance Company. Chris Moen, Agent Grand Forks, and Lakota scoreboard. As again, Schumacher did get the pitch to make it a 2nd and 7. Krogstad in the gun, takes the snap, hand off to Juvie to the right-hand side, being chased down from behind by a couple of spoilers. Not enough for a 1st down, but he'll get a nice gain on it, and it'll make it another 3rd and manageable. Gain of about 4, be a 3rd and a 3rd and a short 3. Need the 40-yard line for the 1st down. 6 play of the drive. No penalties called yet on either side. Well, 7:44 and counting here in the opening quarter. 1 right, 1 left. 2 in the backfield there with Krogstad on a 3rd and a short 3. Hand off to Juvie again. He's up the gut. He's got the 1st down and more. He's tackled from behind there by Grafton junior David Jelinek. But not before a 1st down out to about the 36. Pickup of 7 on the 6th play of the drive. And Juvie's on a roll here so far. Positive gains each and every one. He's got 4 carries for 18 yards. Schumacher carry for 3. Cash Danner the only catch of the game for 8. So a lot of running going on here right now. And I think that's the way Brady Schwab likes it. Wanted to make sure his team was sound. And his team... It wants to give him the ability, the authority to make some mistakes, but make them smart mistakes and learn from those mistakes. It's an inside handoff. Nice play design there. Gets to the 2nd level, does Will Welke, his 1st touch of the game. And he's going to get ball spotted at the 30. Pickup of about 5. Maybe a short 6 on there. We'll give him 6 on the play there for Welke. Again, his 1st carry of the game. Krogstad got some nice moves, especially seeing him on the basketball court last year. So we know he's got some good footwork, but I don't think he's going to do a lot of design running here, at least in his first start. Going to rely on his skilled backfield and receivers. He's got a receiver stacked to the right, 3. Blitz is showing, picked up nicely there by the Thompson line. Krogstad is going to run this time, though, right on cue. He's forced out of bounds there at about the 25. It's going to be a 1st down. And oh no, they're going to say short. Nope, changed their mind. It is good enough there. That one goes down to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 26, actually. That is a 1st down, and that's a pickup of 4 for Gavin Krogstad, his 1st run of the game. Krogstad, Welke, Juvie, and Schumacher all carrying the ball here on this 1st offensive drive. Play number 9 coming up here for the Tommies. After a big return and then an interception with a quick possession for Grafton. Krogstad takes the snap, a handoff to Juvie, goes behind a couple of men and is not able to find much more than a couple of yards. Grafton Spoilers get to the initial level. Cruiser Burns, Chase Winorovich on the stop there for the Spoilers. Out to the 22-yard line, give it 4 yards there for Juvie. Again, 5 carries. None of them have been more than 7 yards, but they've all been positive. They've all been at least 3. So he's getting somewhere, and this Thompson line is certainly taking good advantage. Offensive line with some big size up there. You got Chase Cowdrey up there on the left-hand side. And company. Krogstad takes the snap. He gets out of the pocket. A helmet comes off. Krogstad goes on the run, and he's able to get a nice carry there. Helmet does come off, so that is Drew Suda His helmet came off, so he will have to go to the sideline there for play, just for safety precautions, as that ball goes inside, now down towards the 10-yard line. We'll mark it at the 11, a pickup of 11 on a scramble for Krogstad, and he's got 2 carries for 15 yards. Move it up to the 10, so give Krogstad an extra yard. First and goal. Krogstad, handoff to Juvie up the middle. Try to slide through a would-be tackler, and another helmet comes off for Grafton. This time it's number 77, Nate Tapia. So he's going to have to come to the sideline. And so a gain of 3 there for Juvie on his 6th carry of the game. With 4.5 to go here, 11th play of the drive coming up for Thompson. They have really done an excellent job of just nickeling and diming this Grafton defense, finding the gaps and finding the right play at the right time. They look like they've been in sync playing out there for a long time. As Krogstad going to take the design and not into the end zone, but he's going to get close inside the 5 there. Down to the 4. And so another gain of 3 there for Krogstad. 3 carries for 19 yards. And it's a 3rd and goal. 3rd and a short 4 here for the Tommies. Trying to punch in and keep the scoring onslaught going. The Grafton defense, I believe they have given up here 33 straight points. Krogstad rolling out, looking for an option, circles back around, and he says, I'll take it in myself. Touchdown, Gavin Krogstad, and the Tommies are on the board first. Gavin Krogstad's first touchdown as a quarterback, a starting quarterback, that is. Krogstad on a scamper about 4 yards out, and it's 6-0 Tommies. 3:25 remaining here in the opening quarter. So again, we noted in the pregame, Grafton's got to minimize those turnovers, and it cost them this time as Thomas Schumacher lines up for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. Right down the pipe for Schumacher. 7-0 Thompson with the lead on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks on the Dakota scoreboard.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
First quarter underway here at YourLiveEvent.com. Bailey Bryant on the camera. James Martin's here on the call with you from Thompson. As Gavin Krogstad orchestrates a 13-play, 65-yard drive, taking almost 8 minutes off the clock, making it 7-0 with a Thomas Schumacher extra point. 7-0 Tommies, trying to keep pace with that stacked Region 1. As all but Oaks have a win. So Schumacher is set to kick it away, maybe away from Cruiser Burns at a 50-plus yard return to start the game. Schumacher able to boot it up there towards the sideline, and nope, not what you want to do there if you're Thompson, giving free yards there to Grafton on the kick out of bounds. So our first penalty of the game. 3:25 remaining here in the opening quarter. They'll move that ball. Although maybe it's better off that you do it that way to keep it out of the hands of Cruiser Burns. And so the ball, they're going to be spotted at the at the 30. Yeah, officials are talking there with Coach Donovan McMillan. And move the ball there to the 35. So there's a question of, do you want to re-kick or do you want to spot the ball? They spot the ball there. They accept the penalty at the 35. Their own 35 this time. Last drive started at Thompson's 25. Still pretty good average starting field position, but they are behind, and they don't want to stay that way. Grafton trying to get on the move here late in this first quarter. Man in motion as Drogue with the handoff to Delgado. Tries to make a man miss. He cannot. Gavin Krogstad swallows up Delgado for a tackle for a no gain on the play. Goes to the 35, so it'll be a 2nd and 10. As Delgado, second carry of the game. Grafton's total offense right now 2 yards. It's 2 yards of total offense for the Spoilers on this 2nd and 10. To right, to left here. Drogue in the gun and goes in motion. The flip out to Delgado, and Krogstad says, I'll have another. Gavin Krogstad with back-to-back tackles for a loss. He's got a touchdown as well. Brings up a 3rd and 13. The ball spotted back of the 32. So now a negative yards of total offense there for the Spoilers. So Drogue's going to have to go to the air here. He's got great height. Of course, a 6'7" quarterback. Not a lot of linebackers would want to go after that, but Drogue's got to learn how to use it. Good movement there by the Thompson defense. Got a man open, and he dropped it. Shaden Thomas was wide open down the left side of the field. And also Carter Peterson was getting into the backfield, so Drogue got to get rid of that. Great throw, but just went through the hands of Thomas. It's an incomplete. As Drogue starts this game off 0 for 2 with an interception, and a punt is coming for the Spoilers. Reggie Rice back to punt it away. As back for the Tommies to receive Muse and Schumacher. So there's the snap to Rice. It's a nice one. He picks up the punt. A little spiral on that one. Schumacher steps up to about his 36, and he gets whacked. There's a flag on the play. Nice tackle there for Shaden Thomas. But we'll see what the penalty's about here. Looks like it's going to be on Thompson. As the sun starts to set here in Thompson, officials gathering to talk this one over. And it is going to indeed be on the Tommies, a holding. It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. They'll move that ball all the way back to the 33. Or 28, excuse me, other side of the 30. 28-yard line there for Thompson. 1:57 to go here in this fast-moving opening quarter. Thompson last had the ball. They went on a 13-play, 65-yard drive with a Gavin Krogstad rushing touchdown. So this offense so far, looking at the first drive, very efficient. They're not going to make a lot of flashes. They're not going to surprise people in the way, but they're effective. Pass, a screen pass out there to the near side and swallowed up there on the catch by Cash Danner. His second grab of the game. This one goes across the 30 out to the 31. 2nd and 7 there. Danner now 2 catches for 11 yards. He's got both of Gavin Krogstad's throws. His first throws again as a starting quarterback. Krogstad, a receiver last year, while Drew Overby was slinging the ball. Got to give credit again on the Thompson Moving Company out there. Landon Getz, 6'3", 210-pound sophomore. Handoff to Juvie. Nice shoestring tackle there by Cruiser Burns. He was the leading tackler last week for the Spoilers over Hillsborough Central Valley. A tackle with the yardage yet to be determined after this penalty. First penalty on either offensive team. The last two were both procedural and special teams. It's going to be a personal foul against Grafton, and that's exactly what Donovan McMillan does not want to see. Didn't quite see who the infraction was against, but an interception and a 15-yard penalty given the Tommies, gained for free after the play was over. So this one goes all the way up to the 45. So it'll be, again, 1st and 10, just outside the Thompson half of the 50. Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. First game of the year for the Tommies on YourLiveEvent.com. Part of our 4-game set tonight. 4 games tomorrow as well on Your Live Event. As Crockstead, it'll be a handoff to Juvie, and Grafton gets there. Boy, it's hard to get around Nate Tapia. Another flag out there. Might be an inadvertent flag, as they're talking with Crockstead there right now. An illegal shift against Thompson. So another penalty. It'll bring them back this time. So we'll move it back this time to the 40. So Thompson was virtually flawless in that last drive. Now miscues starting to pile up here a little bit, just outside the 40-yard line on back-to-back penalties. The third penalty of the game for Thompson, just one, the second penalty of the game for Thompson, 2 for Grafton as well. 1st and 15, this will likely be the final play of the drive. As there's a handoff there on the far side, and not much to gain there. And they'll spot that one back at the 45. So gain of 5 there for a 2nd and 10. And that is how the first quarter will come to an end on YourLiveEvent.com. On the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks on Dakota scoreboard. It's Thompson 7, Grafton 0.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Second quarter here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Bailey Bryant on the camera, as the Thompson Tommies with the 7-0 lead on the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. Thanks for tuning in. If you tuned in last weekend, you were part of 10,000 views, over 10,000 views in our opening weekend on YourLiveEvent.com. A series of games that started with Grafton and Hillsborough Central Valley. Kindred Velva was the highlight last week. Gavin Krogstad on 2nd and 10. Scampering out to his right, got a man open, yanks the catch and knocked out of bounds there. That'll go to Easton Lovelace. Lovelace, his first catch of the game. First catch by somebody not named Cash Danner. This one goes down to the 41 of Grafton. And it'll be a gain of about 15. So 15 there, we'll call it for Lovelace. They'll call it the 40, and we'll give them the roundup as well. So moves the chains there. 2 out to the right. They're on a 1st and 10. Krogstad Hands it off to Juvie. Juvie with some space around the left-hand side. Tries to stiff arm a man to get some more. He's wrangled out of bounds, though, by Alex Galarza. And about the 25 for another big gain for Josh Juvie. And again, go there to the 25. Josh Juvie, another positive gain, his biggest gain of the game. 8 carries so far for 45 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10. All spotted just inside the 25 at about the 24. As there's a handoff. And another carry there. Looks like Juvie again. And actually, I think it will go to... actually, it looks like that went to Charlie Yon. Charlie Yon on the carry there for the Tommies. 28, not 20. So that goes to about the 20-yard line. Pickup of, I was going to say 2nd and 4. Should be about a 2nd and 6 at the 20, but we'll give it 5 there for Jan. On the back to pass. As tackled from behind, but I believe he got 4 there, Gavin Krogstad did. And it will be enough for a 1st down. Gavin Krogstad has some good scrambling ability here this evening. As ball goes down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 7 for Krogstad. 8th play of the drive coming up. And Krogstad 4 carries for 26 yards. Or, 5 carries for 30 yards and a touchdown. Gavin Krogstad, a couple of nice tackles on defense as well. There's a handoff there on a 1st and 10 of the 13. A pile of spoilers. Yanked down Juvie. Juvie will lose a couple on that one, and it'll bring up 2nd and long. As the spoilers trying to spoil the home opener there for the Tommies. Spot the ball at the 14. Juvie's first tackle for loss. First loss yardage of the game. 2nd and 11 here now, the 14 for the Tommies, going left to right there on that screen. As they try to double their score, at least put 6 more on the board. Krogstad back to pass, looking, scrambling out to the right, chucking it downfield. It's short of his intended receiver, Carter Peterson. First incompletion of the game for Krogstad. After he started out the game 3 for 3 for 26 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 11 at the 14. You would say 2-down territory, but Schumacher has kicked extra points, so if they don't get the 1st down here, we'll see what Brady Schwab likes to go with, if he maybe tries for some points or goes for a 4th down. Again, don't need the end zone, need the 3-yard line for a 1st down. Juvie in the backfield, 3 receivers up towards the top of the screen, left-hand side, if you will, and there's going to be a timeout, our first timeout of the game here. 9:43 remaining in this opening half. Thompson leading Grafton 7-0 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
7-0 here out of this timeout. Thompson Tommies leading the Grafton Spoilers. They'd like to keep piling on the points here and move to 1-0 in region play. Again, a Thursday night, not a lot of other games going on tonight across the state. 2F4 going on tonight on YourLiveEvent.com between North Dakota and Minnesota. As Tommies come out of the timeout, games going on tonight. Benson's at Monoman Waban. Polk County West hosts West Central area. And Northern Cass hosting the West Fargo Cheyenne JV. As Krogstad back to pass, chucks it towards Schumacher, breaks a tackle, headed towards the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown. Busted play there for the Grafton defense, a 14-yard touchdown scamper for Thomas Schumacher, Krogstad's first touchdown pass as the starting quarterback there for the Tommies. Schumacher hauls in his first catch, by the way, as well. And Krogstad starting out nicely 4 for 5 with a touchdown pass, and he's got a touchdown on the ground. Schumacher going to try to add to this 13-point lead. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. Just hit inside the right upright. 14-0. Thomas Schumacher did all the work on that one. 9:34 to go here in the opening half. Tommy's up 2 touchdowns.
Halstead Telephone Company is now accepting applications for a full-time customer service representative. Primary duties is to provide customer care on inbound calls and for walk-in traffic, provide proactive sales to customers and administrative duties following the sale of products and services, complete general bookkeeping and other office duties as assigned. Halstead Telephone Company provides a competitive wage and generous benefits package including health, dental, vision, paid vacation, sick time, and retirement. Go to the website for more information, halsteadtel.com/careers. Position will remain open until filled.
14-0, the Thompson Tommies with the lead over the Grafton Spoilers on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Bailey Bryant on the camera here this evening. As the sun is shining down on these Thompson Tommies, trying to join the win column. It would be a cool storyline. I'm not sure this has ever happened, that every single team in a region has gotten a win in the first 2 weeks of the year. Thompson and Oaks, the only 2 teams in Region 1 who have not gone to win. Of course, Thompson's first game tonight. Oaks falling to Langdon Area Edmore Munich in their season opener. Grafton, I believe, has now given up 47 straight points. And they've got negative yards of total offense. Schumacher on the kick. Last time kicked it out of bounds. This time on a couple hops, Cruiser Burns going to pick it up, and he sheds almost one tackler as he gets across the 40, about the 43-yard line. So Grafton's had great field possession to start. They've averaged beyond their own 30, as that one gets spotted at the 44. Actually, if you want to get technical here, trying to do the quick math in my head, they're averaging just outside their own side of midfield in starting field position, but they don't have much to show for it, just outside the punt. 5 plays on offense. There's a handoff to Delgado, and the Tommies say, let's meet at the running back. Delgado with nothing and a loss of 3 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 13 back at their own 41. So Delgado back-to-back runs of -3 after starting out with 2 yards. Again, total yards of offense for Grafton sitting right now at -4. They're going the wrong direction here. They've got a lot of great pieces. Again, they hung with Hillsborough Central Valley in the first half before those turnovers piled up and made the game unreachable. But the Spoilers haven't been able to quite put it together yet. Drogue, back to pass, chucks it, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was David Jelinek. So Jelinek couldn't haul it in as Drogue starts out the game 0 for 3 with an interception. Brings in 3rd and 13. Juvie on the coverage there for the Tommies as players got to come out. That's Delgado. Looks like an equipment issue. That's the 3rd equipment issue of the game for Grafton, considering their helmets. 2 of them have popped off in the first quarter. As Brennan Perez will come in. The 5'6" junior will come in to run in place of Delgado. 3rd and long there for the Spoilers. Droll takes the snap, back to pass, rolling to his right. Out towards his man. Jelinek caught it. Was he in bounds? They're going to say he was. No, going to say out of bounds. Look, the initial call looked like it was in, but officials in the end ruled incomplete pass. So another 3 and out there for the Spoilers. 8:29 to go in the opening half. Thompson with 2 timeouts. Plenty of time to try and make this a 3-possession ball game. So Rice is back to punt it away again for the Spoilers. Schumacher and Muse back to receive. As there's the kick, goes towards Schumacher. He's going to let it go. Takes a Spoiler roll all the way inside the 15 at about the 14-yard line. Well, spotted at the 13 with 8:19 to go here in the opening half. At the half, we'll go over stats, analysis, and any scores we come across as well. As the Tommies, well, I think Brady Schwab would love nothing more than what they did in the first drive of the game. 8 minutes, 65 yards, 13 plays, ending in a touchdown. And so the Tommies will get back to work here with Gavin Krogstad. High formation there for the Tommies. Krogstad takes the snap, a handoff there to Juvie. It's been the bell cow here so far. Gets across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Peterson gets up a little slow, but we'll head back there to the huddle. They'll spot it there at the 20. Gain of a short 7 there for Josh Juvie. He's had just 1 carry behind the line of scrimmage. He's on his way towards 100 yards rushing here this evening. 7:45 to go here in the opening half. There's a handoff to Juvie again, and he should have enough for a first down. And no, he's going to be just short. Looks like about half a yard or so. Out to just outside the 14, and they might measure this one, and they will. They're going to bring the chains out, see if Juvie got enough. It's pretty close. So again, they'll bring the chains on over. Looks like we have a malfunction with the chain gang. Something's caught up, but they'll get that measured. I think he's got enough. He's just outside the 25. Maybe just outside the 24. And so they're printing out the chains there. And we'll see how long chains are around here in football. They're experimenting with removing actual chains from the NFL as it's a 3rd and inches. So pretty close there for Juvie. We'll give him 3 there. Oh, could see a quarterback sneak there for Juvie and company. And so Krogstad and company here on a 3rd and inches, trying to keep this drive going. Grafton bunched, almost everybody in the box, and they go early. Thompson doesn't even have to make a play. They'll get the first down there on the Grafton penalty. They'll move the ball just outside the 29. So about the 28 3/4. And so Thompson keeps this drive going here. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the opening half. It's been all Tommies. But Grafton's still in it, just down 2 possessions, but they got to come up with some defense and get a spark on offense. Krogstad under center, takes the snap, hands it off, up the gut, and ball comes out. Grafton's on top of it. Cruiser Burns with another big play. Well, Burns has been the spark plug tonight for the Spoilers. A big return on the opening drive. They couldn't cash in. Now he gives his team another chance. Juvie, I believe, on the fumble. Burns will pick it up. And, boy, they committed 5 turnovers there in the last 2 games. This one included, and critical for them to pick one up here. Got to cash in on the I formation for Drogue. Drogue takes the snap. Handoff, Delgado with some space on the left-hand side. Delgado moves back up and gets thrusted down by Cash Danner. And so just under 7 minutes they started this possession. Ball spotted there at the 24. This will be a 2nd and 3 after they got it originally at the 31. So gain of 7 for Delgado. And now Grafton's up to positive yards on offense. Kyler Drogue in the I formation with a 2nd and 3. Blitz shown. Delgado gets the handoff, and he gets the first down. The first down of the game for Grafton. And they move the ball all the way up to the 20. Maybe even to the 19. And a pickup of 4. Under 6 minutes to go here in this opening half. Grafton with a spark. Out the Cruiser Burns, fumble recovery. So again, Delgado with the 4 more. He had in his first 4 carries, negative 4 yards. And now, his last 2, he's got a total of 11. Drogue, under center, takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff. Delgado, the Tommies swarm him, and Juvie and company take him down. Krogstad there as well. Juvie with a massive tackle for a loss, and another setback there for the Spoilers. Thompson, I believe they did not call a timeout there. 2nd down and long. They'll spot it at the 24. So a loss of 4 there for Delgado. And just like that, Spoilers shoot themselves in the foot once again. I formation there for the Spoilers. Trying to keep this drive alive. Drogue, back to pass, looking, chased out of the pocket. Got to get rid of it and flings it out of bounds. The pressure was coming there from Jesse Hegg. 5'10", 210-pound senior was charging after Drogue. An incomplete pass. Brings up here 3rd and 14. Drogue has not been able to find a completion yet today. 0 for 5 with an interception. 4:41. Clock stop there for the Spoilers. I'll pump up the play clock there. 2 timeouts left for Thompson, all 3 for Grafton. So the Tommies, they've got plenty of time here to work with once they get the ball back. Drogue with Delgado. 2 receivers right, 1 left, and there is a timeout. Grafton calls their first. Donovan McMillan will talk things over. 4:41 remaining here in the opening half. Grafton trying to get on the board, down 14-0 on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks Lakota scoreboard.
I think it's fair to say you pay more now than ever before to operate your vehicles. We've got some relief. I'm Chris Moe with Nodak Insurance. Our auto customers are driving safer with fewer accidents, and for many that translates into lower premiums. If you're not seeing lower rates with your insurance company, call me to compare. You might save some money, and you will get better service. Call me today at 757-1613, or stop by one of my locations at 1913 South Washington in Grand Forks or 207 Main Street in Lakota.
14-0, the Thompson Tommies with the lead over the Grafton Spoilers. 4:41 remaining here in the opening half. Good game here. As of late, Grafton's got some opportunities off a big kick return to start the game and a fumble recovery, but their offense has stalled. 4 drives, interception, punt, and this one a 3rd and 14 out of the timeout. Donovan McMillan knows how big this one is. Got to try and get this one in the end zone. 2 left, 2 right for Drogue with Delgado, and a blitz shown, and this time a little miscue for Thompson. Looks like Welke and Jevin Fee were going to try to get off early. And it does allow Grafton to move forward to the 19. Makes it now a 3rd and 9 with 4:41 to go in this opening half. Drogue with a blitz coming, and he's got to get away from it. Rolls to his right and chucks it towards his man, and he's tackled out of bounds. Boy, Jesse Haig was chasing down Drogue. He's just having his way on the interior of the line. An incompletion there brings up a 4th and 9 at the 19. So obviously going for it here. Thompson with 2 timeouts, 4.5 minutes to go in this half. Plenty of time for another drive. Peterson checks out, and checking in for the Tommies, Jaden Bren, the junior. Gets out there for the black and green. 2 left, 2 right here for Drogue. Has not completed a pass yet. Blitz coming. Launches it towards the end zone. Touchdown, Grafton. Reggie Rice with his first catch of the game. Picked a great time for that. The Spoilers will not be shut out tonight. 19-yard passing touchdown from Drogue to Rice. And Reggie Rice has been the security blanket there for Drogue so far this season. Rice, 7 catches, 135 yards. So now 8 catches for 154 yards and a touchdown. 14-6, again going for it. Delgado in the backfield. As the play clock hits 0, they get off in time. Drogue looking, scampering, moving to his right, being chased. Tosses to the end zone, it's knocked down there by the Tommies, Easton Lovelace. So 2-point conversion's no good, but Grafton, second straight week, they've scored at least 6 points, but can they get more than that? 14-6, 4.5 to go in the opening half on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
to 6 on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. The Tommies still with the lead, but Grafton off the fumble recovery puts it into the end zone on a 4th and 9. Kyler Drogue to Reggie Rice for their first score of the game. And negative yards on offense before that drive. That took him 31 yards into the end zone. Lovelace and Muse back to receive the punt, the kickoff there. As Rice will go back to kick it off for the Tommies. 4.5 remaining here in the opening half. Rice boots it away. A little short. Lovelace snags that out of the air. The 20, 25, 30 over on the right-hand side, and he's ushered out of bounds at the 35. Had a 20-yard gain on the return. Good spot there for the Tommies to start things out. Touchdown, fumble their drives. It's starting there at their own 35. Thompson not nearly as good field position. They've started at about their own 30, 32, 33-yard line on average. And this their 4th drive. Croxton and company back to work. Takes the snap, an inside handoff there as Welke Lowers the shoulder, gets across the 40 to about the 42, pickup of 7. 2nd and 3 there for the Tommies. Welke's second carry of the game. He had 6 the first time out. 7 there. Josh Juvie, of course, the bell cow here this evening. 11 carries for over 50 yards. So lots of options here in the 2nd and 3 for the Tommies. Under 4 minutes to go here in this opening half. A relatively quick opening half. Krogstad takes the snap, another inside handoff. They say it worked the last time, why not? Welke thunders forward to the 45 of Grafton. Back-to-back carries, a pickup of 13 that time. 3 carries, 26 yards for Will Welke. A lot of guys to consider for today's player of the game. Play along at home. Who do you think should be the Enbridge Energy player of the game? Couple of contenders here early on. Of course, Gavin Croxton, his first start at QB, doing a nice job. Josh Juvie, the bell cow, did cough up that fumble. Krogstad back to pass, looking. Got to get away. He does. There's a penalty. This one's likely coming back as Krogstad hangs on. Drogue ushers him out of bounds, but again, this one looks like it's coming back. And it's going to be a hold on the Tommies. This one will come back. Looks like at the line of scrimmage. They're going to say at the midfield actually is where the penalty was called. So this one goes back all the way to the Thompson 40. So a loss of 15 yards ultimately. So that's a setback there for the Tommies. They got off to a nice start and then they went backwards, and that's something that Brady Schwab definitely going to address in the halftime locker rooms. Always about moving forward. Got to move forward. That's the message from Brady Schwab's team, moving backwards here in the second quarter. Twin sets left and right there for Krogstad. Juvie in the backfield. Krogstad takes the snap, back to pass, steps up in the pocket, being chased from behind. He's got to run. He runs to the 40, sidesteps a man, but not ultimately, as it takes a few spoilers just to get him down. Krogstad, nice tough run, but he is going to gain just a couple on that one. They're going to spot the ball there at the 42, just a gain of 2 yards on the scramble for Krogstad. Krogstad's done well on the ground also. When he's had to, 6 carries for 32 yards. Brings up a second and ultra long there. 2nd and 20 on their own 42. Trips right, 1 left for Krogstad. Takes the snap, back to pass. Gets Schumacher out there in the flat on a comeback screen. And across the 45 there to the 46. Gain of 4 for Krogstad. And Grafton will call their second timeout of the game with 2:02 to go here in the opening half. Thompson with a 14-6 lead, a 3rd and long when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
On the Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moen, Grand Forks, Dakota scoreboard, 14-6. Tommies with the lead over the Spoilers. Chris Moen, an agent with answers in Lakota and in Grand Forks for all your insurance questions. 2:02 to go here in the opening half. It's a 3rd and 19. 3rd and a short 19, if you want to say it. Tommy's got to get just beyond the Grafton 37 for a first down. 3 left, 1 right there for Krogstad and company. So the Spoilers trying to get this ball back. Krogstad takes the snap, back to pass, chucks it over the middle, got his man. Lovelace hauls it in for the first down. Across the 35 to the 34. Pickup of 20 on that one. So Krogstad, that's his longest pass play of the game and the season. Lovelace, 2 catches now, 35 yards. So as Krogstad there gets it to Peterson. Inside the hurry-up offense there for the Tommies. As Krogstad again, Peterson again. This time, not much room to work with. As it'll be a 3rd and 5. After all that. All goes back to the 26 again, brings up a 3rd and 8. Peterson with a couple of straight completions. They're down an 8 for the Tommies as the clock winds down. Grafton does have one more chance to stop the clock here. So they need to get to the 14 there for a first down. And we get a whistle and a timeout there for Thompson. 30 seconds left here in the opening half. 14-6 on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks, Dakota scoreboard.
Sonia at the Lighting Gallery. When you walk through our doors at the Lighting Gallery, we're so much more than lighting. We have an incredible selection of sofas, dining room table and chairs, accent chairs, area rugs, pillows, and other accessories and decor. We want your house to feel like a home. Visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks. See you soon.
3rd and 8 on the 26. Thompson needing the 18 for a first down. As got to update some stats there at the half. We'll have updated stats and analysis for you at the end of the half. Krogstad got a man towards the end zone. Hauled in Thomas Schumacher again. Tommy hotshot with another touchdown, 26 yards. As Schumacher hauls in his 2nd touchdown of the game. Makes it 20-6 with 24 seconds left. Schumacher, couple of catches and a couple of touchdowns. And Schumacher going to try to make it back-to-back 7-point sets. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is no good off the right upright. 20-6, we'll keep it here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Bailey Bryant on the camera here this evening. Again, 4 games tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. 2 in Minnesota, 2 right here in North Dakota. Other North Dakota game, Northern Cass hosting the West Fargo Cheyenne JV. Mahnomen and Benson, and West Central area and Polk County West. Also tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Some games tomorrow night as well to start your Labor Day weekend. That schedule here for you. Tomorrow night, YourLiveEvent.com. We'll give you those the game schedule at the half. In the meantime, 24 seconds for Grafton to do something with 1 timeout. I imagine they might just go to the halftime locker room. But we'll see what happens here on this return. Josh Juvie looked like he was going to line up for the kick. Grafton comes out there out of the timeout here. As it will be Juvie. Switching places there with Schumacher. Juvie will kick it away. A couple of different returners as well for the Spoilers, and Thomas and Estrella. As Galarza will get the catch. We'll get the down it there at the 36. So Grafton, we'll see what they do here with 23 seconds. Ball at the 36. So Drogue might have an opportunity to sling it out there with one timeout. Maybe get it to the sidelines. Surely test how capable Kyler Drogue is at the quarterback position. One right, three left there for Drogue and company. Drogue going to take the snap, a fake throw. He's going to hand it off. Delgado got some room to work with, but taken down after just a few. Gets to the 39. Gain of 3 there for Delgado. Bring up here second. Now taken in a short 8. That'll do it for our first half on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. Thompson leading Grafton 20-6. NearLiveEvent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Dagelman Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, we focus on support and make the experience of owning a Dagelman unlike any other. Dagelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
Hi, I'm Sonia at the Lighting Gallery. When you walk through our doors at the Lighting Gallery, we're so much more than lighting. We have an incredible selection of sofas, dining room table and chairs, accent chairs, area rugs, pillows, and other accessories and decor. We want your house to feel like a home. Visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks. See you soon.
Halftime here on YourLiveEvent.com. After one half of play, the Thompson Tommies lead the Grafton Spoilers 20-6. Time for a stats and storyline of the contest. Grafton, they started out real well. Cruiser Burns' massive return, 50-plus yard return, and the opening kickoff
gave the Spoilers a great opportunity with the ball spotted at the Thompson 25. On a second down, throwing to the end zone, Drogue picked off by Cash Danner. Sets up Thompson for their first touchdown of the season and of the game. A 13-play, no penalty, 65-yard drive taking nearly 8 minutes, ending in a Gavin Krogstad rushing touchdown. Extra point for Thomas Schumacher made it 7-0. After a Grafton punt, the Tommies took the ball down the field 10 plays this time and 72 yards. The Thomas Schumacher receiving touchdown 14 yards out. His extra point no good, or extra point was good, made it 14-0 Thompson. After another Grafton punt, Thompson was going to try to do it again. Josh Juby fumbled the ball. Cruiser Burns picked it up and set up Grafton for their only score of the game, a 19-yard touchdown pass. Kyler Drogue to Reggie Rice to make the score 14-6. 2-point conversion, no good. Very next possession, Thompson takes the ball down the field, 8 plays, about 4 minutes off the clock, a 26-yard receiving touchdown. Connection between Krogstad and Schumacher. They've had 2 connections here in this game. And that resulted in one more drive for Grafton. They just had 1 play to get to the end of the half. Stat-wise, Gavin Krogstad's been really impressive for me tonight. Not flashy, but he's done what he's needed to do. 8 of 9, 72 yards, passing unofficially, 2 touchdowns, both to Thomas Schumacher, 14 and 26 yards out. He spread the ball around to 4 different receivers. Carter Peterson, 2 catches for 2 yards. Cash Danner, 2 for 11. Easton Lovelace, 2 for 41. And Schumacher, 2 for 40. Again, both his catches. And I think I missed one, I believe. Gonna see here. I believe Schumacher actually has 3 catches for 44 yards. I do believe I missed a 4-yard catch there. So it should be maybe 9 for 10. Yeah, 9 for 10. Let me update that for you. 9 for 10 for Krogstad after looking again. 9 for 10 for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. So almost 100 yards passing there for Krogstad. He's done well on the ground as well with 6 carries, 32 yards, and a touchdown for Krogstad. Will Welke, 3 carries, 26 yards. Josh Juvie with 11 carries, 54 yards. Thomas Schumacher, a carry for 3, and Charlie Young, a carry for 5. And for Grafton, they have accounted for just 25 yards of total offense. Kyler Drogue, 1 of 7 through the air with a touchdown and a pick. 19-yard catch for Reggie Rice, the only catch of the game. And Leroy Delgado, he's got 8 carries for 6 yards. So 25 yards of total offense, mainly coming on that last drive, or the drive before the end of the half drive for Grafton. Stats and storyline of the first half on our Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. Thompson 20, Grafton 6. We'll take a checker on the scoreboard next.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
Halftime on YourLiveEvent.com, 20-6, the Thompson Tommies taking advantage of their home opener with a 14-point lead. Hey, speaking of 14 points, that's all Colorado has right now over the NDSU Bison. The Bison leading 20-14 late in the opening half. NDSU with the ball as well. Quick dive into this game. Bison, they scored the first points of the game. They were trailing 14-10 to the end of the first quarter, but they have all 10 points in the second quarter. Touchdowns, Joe Stoffel, 7-yard catch from Cam Miller, and a Cam Miller 7-yard run as well. Shadur Sanders throwing it around as well for the Buffs. Passes to Travis Hunter and Jimmy Horn Jr. So it's game far from over, but good signs for Bison fans out there. For Gopher fans, we'll have this game after the conclusion of our game on KRJM, local game on KRJM. We'll have Minnesota and North Carolina right now. Just starting this game in the opening quarter, 12:36, scoreless. North Carolina has the ball, 1st and 10 at the Gopher 38. Taking a look around our North Dakota scoreboard here. See any other games tonight? Shouldn't be too many games. A lot of games tomorrow night, obviously. Football Friday night. As taking a look at football scores here. 9-man, a couple of games going on. TGU right now, Downing Dunseith, 24-6. And the first half, 4 wins leading North Star, 22-8. Standing Rock Central McLean, also games tonight, 9-man. 11-man, Northern Cass shutting out the West Fargo Cheyenne JV, 22-0. And again, of course, Thompson leading Grafton here, 22-6. Minot North, one of their early seasons, 21-0 over Bismarck Century. And that's the scores we got on the North Dakota side. Second half coming up here in just a little bit between the Grafton Spoilers and the Thompson Tommies. Tommies leading at 20-6 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Halstead Telephone Company is now accepting applications for a full-time customer service representative. Primary duties is to provide customer care on inbound calls and for walk-in traffic, provide proactive sales to customers and administrative duties following the sale of products and services, complete general bookkeeping and other office duties as assigned. Halstead Telephone Company provides a competitive wage and generous benefits package, including health, dental, vision, paid vacation, sick time, and retirement. Go to the website for more information, halsteadtel.com/careers. Position will remain open until filled.
I think it's fair to say you pay more now than ever before to operate your vehicles. We've got some relief. I'm Chris Moan with Nodak Insurance. Our auto customers are driving safer with fewer accidents, and for many that translates into lower premiums. If you're not seeing lower rates with your insurance company, call me to compare. You might save some money, and you will get better service. Call me today at 757-1613, or stop by one of my locations at 1913 South Washington in Grand Forks or 207 Main Street in Dakota.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Second half about to get underway here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Bailey Bryant on the camera here this evening. Good to be with you here on YourLiveEvent.com. Hey, were you one of over 800,000 visitors to go to our website last year? Well, if you weren't, you can be one of the multitudes this year. Head on over to our website. Check out our broadcast calendar to see all the games that are going on here. Again, tonight's Mahnomen-Waban football opens up their season against Benson. Climax Fisher volleyball against Kelliher Northam. Polk County West football opens up their season against West Central area, and again West Fargo Cheyenne JV against Northam Cass. Tomorrow, Perm travels to Holly. Park River Fortville Lincoln hosts the Burrows of Hillsborough Central Valley. Valley City is at Lisbon, and Fargo Shanley is at Fargo South in the original South Fargo rivalry. I can say that as a former Deacon. Games pick up again Tuesday, September 3rd. Harvey Wells County volleyball at Carrington. Carrington's first volleyball game on YourLiveEvent.com. Oak Grove's at Hillsborough Central Valley. I'll have the home opener for the Burrows at the Heck. Weimar Lidgerwood's at Sargent County. Kindred hosts Grafton. And Oaks travels to Lisbon. That's all coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com as we get the seasons rolling here on Yle. So, again, Thompson, they won the toss. They deferred in the first half, so they will receive the opening kickoff here to start this second half. Reggie Rice to kick it away here for Grafton. Muse and Lovelace back to receive for the Tommies. Game was tied at 0 for the first about 8.5 minutes of the game. Since then, though, the Tommies have led the whole way. They're going to try to keep it going and extend their lead. Spoilers had some momentum at the end of the first half. Can they keep it going? Reggie Rice on the kickoff there as we're underway. Lovelace hauls it in at around the 20, 25, up the middle to the 30. Keeps rolling, churning those little legs out to the 34-yard line. And Gavin Krogstad again with a very impressive opening half. He was, according to my count, 9 for 10 for 98 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, 6 carries on the ground for 32 yards and a touchdown. Again, he's accounted for all 3 touchdowns for Thompson tonight. As the Tommies maybe look to go into run mode here a little bit. It's a very important drive, though. Don't want to get too lackadaisical. Got to continue to play the offense. Bunched up there for Grafton on first down. They expect Josh Juvie to get the ball, and he does. Out across the 35 to about the 38. Pickup of 4 more for Juvie. Juvie picking up here 54 yards in the first half on his way towards a 100-yard rushing game. Plenty of options to consider, both for Thompson and for Grafton, for our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. What do you think is in the lead, playing on at home? Who do you think is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game? Ball marked there on the right hash. 2 to the left here, 2 to the right. High formation for Krogstad with Juvie behind him. Thompson definitely taking their time here. As a little miscommunication, Krogstad tries to recover, and he cannot. Tackle for a loss there of a couple. As a host of spoilers in on the stop, led by Nate Tapia, the senior. He looks like he could play at the college level. He was rearing up and ready to go, trying to bring Grafton their first win of the season in a sort of new-look Region 2. Thompson goes down to Region 1. Turtle Mountain comes in to Region 2. As the ball there spotted at the 36 on a third and a short 9. Krogstad's first loss of yardage on the ground tonight. Krogstad back to pass, rolling to his left, trying to get away from a would-be tackler. Chucks it down the field and dropped. Good effort there for Krogstad. I believe Peterson was the intended target. As Krogstad is trying to get away from Roman Rodriguez. It's an incomplete pass, and just like that, it's the first 3 and out of the game for the Tommies. And just Krogstad's second incompletion of the game. So the spoilers will send out Shaden Thomas to receive the punt. As out to punt it away. There's Charlie Yon. Yon to punt it away. He's able to get it away. Shaden Thomas hauls it into the 35 to the 40. Near sideline, 45, 50. Oh, big collision with Charlie Young. But a bigger gain there for Thomas. Shaden Thomas, another big return. Out to the 44. So on the left hash there for Grafton after the punt from Thompson. 10:06 remaining here in the third quarter, and the spoilers trying to make things interesting here. They had some momentum at the end of the first half. Can they keep it going? Drogue with a handoff. Delgado. Delgado chased down and tackled from behind by Will Welke. Picks up a gain of 2 to the 42. Delgado with just 6 first half yards off of 8 carries. He's averaging a cool yard and change per carry, yard and a quarter per carry before that one. 9 carries now for 8 yards. 2nd and 8 there. Takes the snap, back to pass. It's going to be Thomas. Tries to upend a couple of Tommies. He gets tackled down there. Jan in on the stop. He's had a real active third quarter, Charlie Jan. As Thomas, with his first catch of the game, that goes down. Spot the ball at the 38 for a gain of 4. Brings up their 3rd and 4 there. And Krogstad just 1 of 7 through the air in the first half for 19 yards, touchdown and a pick. Blitz shown as Juvie looking to go. Drogue with some time. Juvie chasing him down. Drogue looking, hustling down the line. It's intercepted. Gavin Krogstad with the pick. He's done it on the ground, he's done it through the air, and he's done it on defense as well. Gavin Krogstad played an absolute monster of a complete game, picking off Kyler Drogue. That's Drogue's 5th interception of the season, 2nd of the game tonight. And with 8:46 to go here in this third quarter, the Tommies get the ball back and stifle another promising drive for the spoilers. Ball spotted there at the 28 for Thompson. So again, Krogstad with a handful of tackles. He's got 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and a pick. The Crocs snapping things up tonight. Krogstad inside handoff to Welke. That's worked well tonight. And Welke gets across the 30 to about the 32. Pickup of, we'll give it to the 33. Gain of a short 5. There for Welke on the inside handoff. He's got now 4 carries for 31 yards in the game as Thompson really spreading this ball around both through the air and on the ground. They have had tonight 5 different ball carriers on the ground, 4 different receivers as well. So 9 players, including Krogstad, have had positive offensive yards. Krogstad designed quarterback keep, and he's able to fall forward across the 40, about the, they will say, 40-yard line. The quarterback keeper. 7-yard gain there for Thompson as Krogstad picks up, he's at 37 yards rushing. So he could easily tonight get to 100 yards passing and 50 yards rushing on the night. Who knows, maybe even he can get to 100 and 100. First and 10 at the 40, 7.5 to go here in this third quarter. The Tommies have led for almost the entirety of the game. Screen pass to Peterson, and that's found out right away. The Spoilers were waiting for it, and they gang tackle Peterson out for a loss down to the 36. Loss of 4. And Peterson now 3 catches tonight for a loss of 2. He's been held in check tonight. Grafton's done well on that front defensively. They wanted to make sure Peterson didn't beat them. Unfortunately for them, Schumacher's gotten open. A couple of busted coverages. Actually, 1 busted coverage and 1 nifty set of running. As it's a 2nd and 15 of the 36. As Krogstad will keep again. He's up the middle. Stiff arms a man to midfield. 45 falls ahead to the 39. And Gavin Krogstad, where has this kid been on the quarterback side of things? Pretty humble kid, pretty quiet, but he lets his play on the field and on the court during the basketball season do the talking. Up to the 39, pickup of 25 on the quarterback keeper, and Krogstad is beyond 50 yards rushing tonight. About halfway through this third quarter, Krogstad making a case for all region in game number 1. Handoff to Juvie, and not much room to work with there, or maybe gets to the 37. Most importantly, the drive continues. And Thompson's drives, other than the last punt and that fumble, they have gotten a touchdown each time they've taken the ball at least 7 plays. When they've run at least 7 plays, they're 3 for 3 scoring touchdowns. And right now it's 2nd and 8 on the 37. This will be play number 6 of the drive coming up here. Josh Juvie, again with a carry of 2. He's up to 60 yards on the night. Krogstad, another quarterback keeper up the middle, and there's more room to work with for Gavin Krogstad. And he is a little slow to get up, though. Krogstad helped back up to his feet as this one is across the 30 to the 28. First down there for Krogstad, and they'll make it the 27. So a gain of 10 there for Krogstad. 3 straight carries for 42 yards. He had 32 in the first half. He's got 40 here in the second half. 72 yards on the ground. Pitch to Juvie. Sweep on the right-hand side. And gets around one tackler out towards the near sideline. 4.5 and counting here in this fast-moving third quarter. Fast-moving game. Not even 90 minutes in. We're already on the back half of the third quarter. Inside the 25 down to the 22. And they'll spot at the 23. Gain of 4 there for Juvie. 2nd and a long 5. There's the snap. Krogstad looking, finds Peterson in between 4 spoilers. And Peterson spot the ball here near the 10, maybe just outside it. At the 11, that's where they will spot it. 11-yard line, a pickup of 12 on the pass play for Peterson. So with that pass, Croxton now is over 100 yards passing, and he's, just about 20 yards or so away from 100 yards rushing. So Peterson is fourth catch of the game. And Croxton on this 1st and 10, back to pass, and he's out of bounds. Can't work with that too much. He'll lose yardage. And brings up a 2nd and long. Move the ball back to about the 14. So a loss of 3 there for Croxton. 2nd and a long 12 here. Well, spotted just inside the 15-yard line. Krogstad, inside handoff. Welke trying to find a seam. He's got some blockers, maybe too good of blockers. This one looks like it's coming back. Unofficially touchdown there for Welke, but again, this one looks like it's going to come back. And so with 3:38 to go, another promising drive for the Tommies. Snags their first penalty after a loss of yardage. It'll be a holding, leave the second hold of the game called against Thompson. Their line has played pretty darn well tonight, but a couple of miscues, always things to work on. Nothing's perfect, nobody's perfect, and coaches, I think, like it more that way when they've got obvious things to work on there in practice. Inside the 20, back down to the 24, a big loss there on the penalty. And so it's a 2nd and 22. 2 left here, 1 right. As Krogstad back to pass, looks right, looks left. And we get another penalty. And it's going to be a catch made by Lovelace, but this one's probably coming back again. Maybe another holding there for Thompson. The drive is stalled here for now. Again, Grafton's still in this game, down by just 14. So they don't want to panic just yet. They've got time, but got to get a stop here. And right now, Thompson's shooting themselves in the foot with these holding penalties. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. This ball was down to the 11 just a few plays ago. It is now down to the 34. So they've lost 20 straight yards on penalties. A 2nd and a little bit less than forever. 2nd and 31. They need to get the ball down to the 1 for a first down. They don't need a touchdown, but probably going for it. 2nd and 31. Krogstad back, chucking over the middle. It's knocked up into the air. Knocked away by Reggie Rice. And if Alex Galarza would have been a few inches to his left, he might have come up with that ball. Incomplete pass there. And that'll bring up here a 3rd and 31. Lots of threes on the board. 3rd and 31 on the 33 in the third quarter with 3:16 to go, and both teams with 3 timeouts. If you had number of times James Martin says 3 on your live event bingo card, if it was over under, if it was plus 20, I might have hit it right there. 3rd and 31, I'll hit it right now. 3rd and 31, 3:16 to go in the third. Krogstad, inside handoff, safe play to Welke, and he evades one would-be tackler. He is able to get some good yards out of that to the 25. But not much more than that. And we get a spoiler down, at least for the moment. He's going to get right back up. Ooh, and he's gimping off the field. That's not good for the Spoilers. He goes back down. Roman Rodriguez, that would be a big loss for Grafton. And we're going to let the trainers attend to him. 4th and 23, we come back.
Wide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
at the Lighting Gallery. When you walk through our doors at the Lighting Gallery, we're so much more than lighting. We have an incredible selection of sofas, dining room table and chairs, accent chairs, area rugs, pillows, and other accessories and decor. We want your house to feel like a home. Visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks. See you soon.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Roman Rodriguez able to come off on his own power. Good to see there for the Spoilers. He's an integral part of their team. Head coach Donovan McMillan in the pregame. You remember, he mentioned him by name as just a guy that could really wreak havoc on both sides of the ball. Coming in his place will be Julian Thomas. Julian Thomas there, the 5'11 sophomore. Lots of youth on this Grafton team, so they may take their punches now, but check them in a couple of years. They may be a pretty good sight to see. 4th and 23 here for the Tommies. They need the 1 for a first down. Look out, Krogstad lost the ball, and Grafton, doesn't matter. They'll get it either way, but I think they did recover, and they do. Second turnover of the game, about the only thing Gavin Krogstad has not done right tonight. Got the ball stripped away from him, and the Spoilers recovering. Krogstad a little slow to get up. That is not good for Thompson. Maybe clutching his left ankle a little bit. So the ball goes to the 31. And that's the second time Thompson has had a fumble tonight. Grafton's recovered both of them. So the Spoilers still hanging around here with 2:51 to go. And the ball spotted there at their own 31. Punt, interception, fumble in the second half. No offense as of yet. That was Drogue with a handoff to Delgado. Delgado with a couple of yards there. So again, still plenty of time there for the Spoilers. They've got a quarter and change. Got to think, though, you got to get a score here on the next two drives if you can and keep the defensive momentum going. Still plenty of items in the playbook to go through, plenty of options to have, but got to have a little bit more urgency there for Grafton. Not too much, but just a little bit more. 2nd and 9 here, 2:18 to go in the third quarter in Thompson. First game of the year for the Tommies, second for the Spoilers. They lost 40-6 in their opener against Hillsborough Central Valley last week. As Delgado lost the ball, and Thompson recovers. So Delgado, after a gain of a yard on the first play, fumbles the ball there. And the ball spotted there at the 32 after no gain and a fumble. So 3 straight turnovers. Gives the Tommies some life once again with 2:06 remaining here in the third. So they'll slow things down here, take a moment to collect themselves after they were just on offense. First, Krogstad got up a little gimpy. He's out to the bench. Now back up Thomas Schumacher will take the snap. He drops the ball, hands it off to Juvie, and the Tommies are lucky to get a yard out of that. Again, Krogstad was a gimpy ankle, had to come off the field, and we'll see how long he stays off. He's still got the helmet on over there in between the chains, taking a swig or two of water. So Schumacher stays out there as the quarterback, at least for now. Some lineup changes here as Porter Martin Jr., first time we've called his name tonight, comes onto the field as the ball spotted there at the 32. It's a 2nd and 10, so no gain. This time there for Juvie. As Schumacher hands it off to Juvie again. A couple of nice jukes. Juvie again. He's gone. Touchdown, Josh Juvie. Josh Juvie. Call him Josh Jukey after he shook off a couple of Grafton defenders. Juvie scampers 32 yards for his first touchdown of the season. And Thompson with a big touchdown there. That's a momentum killer for Grafton as Juvie, who was kind of struggling here in the second half on the ground. He had previously 4 carries for 10 yards, now 5 carries for 42 yards in the second half. He's got 96 in the game unofficially. We got a timeout on the field. Thompson will we'll keep it here with 1:14 to go. Again, Josh Juvie approaching 100 yards on the ground. And Thomas Schumacher is able to string together a couple of plays as the quarterback to give the Tommies an even bigger lead. 26-6 on YourLiveEvent.com. On that Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Lakota's scoreboard. Chris is an agent with answers in Grand Forks and Lakota for all your insurance questions. So we'll see what they do here. If they go for 2 or they kick the extra point. Krogstad was the holder. He's still hanging out on the sideline right now, I do believe. And so, looks like they're going to go for 2. Or no, excuse me. Krogstad is out there. He is out there. They are going to go for 2, though. So, Juvie in the backfield after getting a big touchdown there for the Tommies. Krogstad shuffles, tossing towards Peterson, incomplete. Good coverage there for Grafton for Galarza. So 2-point conversion, no good. Grafton's still hanging around, but that's a big momentum killer. 26-6, 69 seconds to go here in the third quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com. 26-6 on YourLiveEvent.com. The Thompson Tommies have led for almost this entire game. We were tied at 0 for the first, 8 minutes and 35 seconds of the game. But Thompson's led the rest of the way. Grafton's only score coming towards the end of the first half. Grafton, again, they've had chances. They've hung around. They're not a bad team. They've done some not so great things, especially with the turnovers. Now with they had 4 against Hillsborough Central Valley. They've got 3 tonight with a couple of picks and a fumble. As Thomas Schumacher, beautiful kick, his best kick of the night, as that's fielded there by Cruiser Burns. Burns had a big return to open up the game. This time not as much going there as Landon Getz with the tackle. They'll spot the ball there at the 30. So 64 seconds to go. Grafton, again, still with time. Technically not out of this game. They've got all 3 of their timeouts, and with 13 minutes and 4 seconds of total time to work with, crazier things have happened. But they definitely have to score on every possession here now if they want a chance. Or have some crazy things happen. High formation there for the Spoilers. Under center takes the snap. It's a handoff. First carry of the game, I do believe, for Brennan Perez. Brennan Perez getting the carry. And Perez with a gain of a couple.
2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the 33. So again, Grafton, they've scored 6 points in each of their first 2 games, but no further than that. Just 2 touchdowns in 7 quarters of work this season. Kyler Drogue back to pass, launches it down the field, got a man with a step, and he didn't haul it in. Incomplete for Cruiser Burns. Kind of an awkward play in the backfield there for Drogue. Kind of jumped and held the ball in the air. If it was on the basketball court, that'd be a travel. Luckily for football, no pain, no gain. Did give him enough time on a modified pump fake to find Cruiser Burns. Great pass for Drogue. Just couldn't find his hands completely. Incomplete pass for Drogue. He's had a tough night through the air. He's just completed 2 passes for 23 yards and a touchdown. 3rd and 8 at the 33. 24 seconds left on this 3rd quarter clock. As Drogue takes the snap, looking left, chucking left. Reggie Rice wide open in the gap to midfield. Big pitch and catch there for Reggie Rice. 17 yards. Rice of the 40 yards now for Kyler Drogue has 36 of them. There's 6 seconds to go. Trying to go hurry up to get one last sneak here. 2 and 1. Drogue not able to get it in time. Maybe trying to draw him off sides. Either way, Grafton's at midfield. They're down 20 as we go to the 4th quarter on the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
4th quarter on yourliveevent.com. Donovan McMillan and coaching staff trying to pump up this Grafton side as we look at a beautiful sunset. Good camera work there. Bailey Bryant on the camera here. Quality work as always tonight. Good to be back up here in Thompson. It's amazing to see your live event growing in less than half a dozen years. Carrington, our newest school. And congratulations as well go out to the R&J Broadcasting family. Just a couple of days away from beginning a new journey to Warroad and Roseau. Adding Warroad and Roseau to the R&J Broadcasting family. More on that as the month of September rolls around. Put 12 minutes on the clock here on yourliveevent.com. One of 4 games tonight, Mahnomen-Waban, Benson. Also, Polk County West, West Central area. One of 4 football games, I should say. Climax, Fisher, Kelliher North, and volleyball as well going on tonight. West Fargo Cheyenne JV, Northern Cass. Those games live on yourliveevent.com. So Grafton gets the ball here again to begin the 4th quarter. Trying to put some points on the board to keep them in it. Kyler Drogue threw incompletions in his first 6 passes. As Drogue back to pass here, looking to get rid of it, getting back up the field. He's down to the 49. It'll be a sack. Loss of yard there, and good coverage there. Jevin Fee, part of the half sack there. Ball back down to the 49. And it'll be 2nd and 11. There, Kyler Drogue, I'll say his first run of the game. Again, Drogue threw incompletions on his first 6 passes. Since then, he's 3 for 4 for 40 yards and a touchdown. As Drogue back to pass, and it's incomplete. I did forget to count 1 interception, I do believe, so make that 3 for 5. An incompletion there as well. Makes it now 3rd and 11 on the 49 of Grafton. Obviously 4 down territory here for the Spoilers with 11:20 to go in regulation. Bryce out to the top of your screen. And 2 Spoilers to the right of Drogue and company. Blitz shown. Blitz coming. Picked up there for the Spoilers. Drogue looking. Flag is thrown. This is going to be a penalty against the Spoilers. Nice tackle there for Will Welke and Jevin Fee again. And I'm sure this one will be declined, and it'll make it 4th down. As that'll be another sack there, half sack. And hold on the Spoilers, and the penalty indeed declined. Brings up 4th down. They shouldn't move the ball back. So decline penalty. They should move the ball back a little bit unless they deemed it an incomplete pass. Interesting, the ball was spotted back at that 49 when I'm sure Drogue was beyond the 49, but nonetheless, that's where they spot it, so I guess I'll leave it there. And so Schumacher back to receive the punt. Either way, Thompson's getting this ball back. High punt. Schumacher lets it bounce, and it just dies there inside the 25. At the 23, 10:47 to go here in regulation. Coming up on our postgame, we'll have our postgame stats and analysis, see if we can get a coach and or player up for the interview. And have our Ambridge Energy player of the game. So Thompson comes out here. Gavin Krogstad, good to see him still healthy as we get a timeout for Grafton, looks like. And with 10:47 to go in regulation on the Internet Insurance Company, Chris Moen, Agent Grand Forks, Dakota scoreboard, Thompson leads 26-6 over Grafton.
Pregame Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, we focus on support and make the experience of owning a Degelman unlike any other. Degelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
Hi, I'm Sonia at the Lighting Gallery. When you walk through our doors at the Lighting Gallery, we're so much more than lighting. We have an incredible selection of sofas, dining room table and chairs, accent chairs, area rugs, pillows, and other accessories and decor. We want your house to feel like a home. Visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks. See you soon.
10:47 remaining here in regulation. Game time approaching 2 hours, including the halftime break. As Grafton's second game this year on YourLiveEvent.com, their second of 2 football games that we'll have this season. We'll have a handful of Thompson games, of course, all their home games, select road games on YourLiveEvent.com. Krogstad with a handoff to Josh Juvie. He's got over 100 yards rushing tonight. Nice carry there for Juvie. And Juvie getting towards the 30-yard line. Pickup of 7. And here's a 2nd and 3. Tommy's rolling in those black jerseys tonight, green helmets, and the silver double T on the helmets. Grafton in the whites, maroon numbers outlined in gold. 2nd and 3 here for Krogstad and the Tommies. 2 right. As there's a handoff there. And like almost a double handoff, but Welke will take it. And now he's cramping up there at the 39. Pickup of 9 for Welke, who's had a nice night running the ball. 26 yards in the first half and 49 for the game. With 9:35 and counting here in this one, Thompson really starting to run down this clock. leading by 20, looking to go to 1-0, trying to join almost every other Region 1 team in the win column. Oaks, the only team in Region 1, if these results hold, without a win so far in this young season. Again, still just week 2. Krogstad, 3 left, 1 right here on this 1st and 10. Krogstad makes the handoff, keeps it himself. Gavin Krogstad leaps over a spoiler out across the 45, out to about the 46. A gain of 7. And Krogstad there looks to be getting closer to 100 yards rushing. He's at, I got him down for 676 yards rushing tonight for Gavin Krogstad, a rushing touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns, over 100 yards through the air. Late and a half to go in regulation. Krogstad on the I formation here, takes the snap, a handoff there, goes to Charlie Yon. And Yon across midfield to the 49. So a pickup of 5 there for Yon. Spelling Juvie. Second carry of the game, both carries for 5 yards. As the Tommies extend the drive, a new set of downs. Should be able, if they can keep it in bounds, barring the Grafton timeouts, to run this thing down inside of 6 minutes. So a couple more first downs, depending upon the number of downs it takes to get there. Might just about do it there for the Tommies. Handoff to Young again. And no, he's doing some work as well. Young, the junior. Juvie, one of the 10 seniors on this Thompson squad, as that ball goes to the 46. Pickup of 3. And we keep going. 7:20 here remaining. I formation there for the Tommies. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be another handoff, this time an inside handoff to Welke. Well, he's been a machine tonight across the 40. And this Thompson team, boy, they're not flashy, but I tell you what, try to pick a weakness. I can't find one here, an individual weakness or a collective weakness in week number 1. Again, some miscues, obviously. You want to clean up, a couple of fumbles. Don't want to have happen later on in the season when you're playing the likes of Kindred, but you can't focus in on one guy, and that's the beauty of this Thompson Tommy team, as Welke takes that for 8 yards. When you got 3 backs that can get positive yards, you got 4 receivers that can get catches for positive yards, you got a quarterback that can run and throw and tackle and pick people off. So it's gonna be hard to get into the film room for these opposing teams and figure out how to beat this Thompson Tommy squad. As Jan with another carry there that time. After Welke picked up 8, Jan will pick up 5 more. Make it 6 more to the 32. And so Jan, 3 carries in this second half for 14 yards. Got 19 yards on the game unofficially. Under 6 minutes to go here in this one. Thompson doing their best to salt this one away. Another first down will be key here. I formation. They keep running the ball there with Jan. Jan on the right-hand side trying to stay in bounds, and he keeps going towards the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown! Exclamation point for Charlie Jan and the Tommies. 32-yard rush. And that's the second consecutive 32-yard rushing touchdown for the Tommies. First it was Juvie, now Jan. And Thompson 32-6, putting Grafton towards deja vu status. Again, they fell to Hillsborough Central Valley last week 40-6. Fitting, as Hillsborough Central Valley and Thompson's the matchup next week on YourLiveEvent.com. Schumacher will look to kick the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. Schumacher with the extra point. 33-6 on yourliveevent.com with the Nodak Insurance Company. It's Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
5:32 left to go here in regulation. The Tommies on their way towards win number 1 of the season. And an early Region 1 contest next week against Hillsborough Central Valley. With both teams at 1-0 right now. The Burros will take on Park River Fordville Lincoln tomorrow night on yourliveevent.com. Nice carry there for Shaden Thomas. Return. Could have been a late hit, but I think the continuation of the play, a good no call there by the officials. So they'll spot the ball at the 39 there for Grafton. Grafton, their 9th possession of the game. They've come up with just 1 touchdown. Their other possessions, interception, punt, end of the half, interception, fumble, punt. And so Grafton looks like they're going to be 0-2 to start the year. See if they can maybe get another touchdown here. They got 1 in each of the first 2 games as we get a timeout called by Grafton. So McMillan calls the timeout, 33-6, 5:22 remaining in regulation on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and yourliveevent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
Short gain on that most recent play, a pickup of a yard. Brings up a 2nd and 9 there. I believe the carry for Grafton by True Moberg. Toss out to the flats, incomplete. Chase Wonderovich to the intended target on that one as brings up a 3rd and 9 on the Thompson 40. Again, a tough night tonight for Kyler Drogue and the Spoilers. Drogue through the air, just 40 yards, touchdown, a couple of picks. That was 5 picks on the season for Drogue. 3rd and 9, 4:46 left here in regulation. As handoff and bulldozed in the backfield, leading the way. Jevin Fee has been a monster tonight on the interior. He spot the ball back at the 35, a loss of 5. And so 4th down coming. Looks like they might just punt the ball away here. Grafton with 1 timeout left. As Thompson in the midst of some substitution blunders and must have just got off in time. They're going to wave this one off, and this one's going to roll down inside the 35 to the 31 or 34. So Thompson likely taking over the ball for the last time. 4:01 to go. Again, ball spotted at their own 34. And Thompson going to start the year 1-0. Grafton will drop to 0-2 on the year. It sets up a meeting of what could be undefeated teams next week as Thompson 1-0 will face Hillsborough Central Valley. It'll either be 2-0 or 1-1, depending upon their game against Park River Fordville Lincoln. That one in Park River tomorrow night on yourliveevent.com. Jake Burkmeyer, Brady Siebels on the call for that one, by the way. Nice handoff. And, boy, there's another Tommy receiver, Eli Gebel, the sophomore. Maybe his first carry of his career on the varsity side, out across the 50 to the 49. A pickup of 17 for Gebel. I'm running out of room to write all these runners and all these athletes for Thompson. First down, 3.5 to go. We get a backup quarterback in there as well as Gebel takes it again, and Gebel's off to the races. Handoff, Mason Applegren, the backup quarterback there for the Tommies. They've taken their starters out. And Gebel with another big gain out to the 26. Pickup of 23. Gebel now 2 carries for 39 yards. And so coming out again, I formation. New quarterback coming in now as there's a handoff, another new running back. This is Peyton Kanan. We'll take it after getting the handoff from Mac Michelson. And so this one goes to the 18, pickup of 8 there for Kanan. And so Thompson, again, this is a rivalry game. They don't want to stop playing just yet. Handoff again. Gebel again. Gebel goes up to the 10. And Gebel now 3 carries for 47 yards. Man, if he was in another corner, he might have gotten 100 yards rushing. First and 10 of the 11. 2:15 to go here in regulation. And Michelson scampers into the end zone for the touchdown. Mac Michelson.
Mac Michelson, 11 yards for the touchdown.
Michelson with the score. 10 yards out. And, man, great start for the Thompson Tommies. 39-6. A 10-yard rushing touchdown from Mac Michelson. So Grafton, well, they spoke too soon. They will get this ball back. One more time. Applegren back under center, and he takes the knee down. So Grafton will get this ball back here. 2:05 remaining here in regulation. Back for the finish on yourliveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
39-6 on yourliveevent.com. James Martins, Bailey Bryant hanging out with you. 9:08 is the time on the earthly clock. 2:05 is the time on the scoreboard clock here. Under Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. Chris Moen, an agent with answers for all your insurance questions in Grand Forks and Dakota. So a new kicker in Bryn Adams, a sophomore. We'll kick it away here for Thompson. I think putting in some of the JV guys as well for Grafton. As after a couple of bounces collected by Aiden McMillan, coach's son will take it out of bounds. Porter Martin on the ushering there for Thompson. 1:58 remaining here in this one as Grafton, if they don't score here in the next couple minutes, they will fall by nearly identical score lines. So again, some more games tomorrow night on yourliveevent.com. More football contests for you. We'll run through the schedule in the postgame. North Dakota volleyball starting next week. Minnesota volleyball getting underway this week. As Grafton will get some new substitutions in. Trotting onto the field there for the Spoilers. Drew Suda, junior, comes in. New quarterback in there for the Spoilers. Some new runners as well. Brody Lillimone, the junior quarterback there for backup quarterback for the Spoilers. Gain of 4 there for Grafton. Minute and a half. Been more than that. As I believe in the backfield there for Grafton. I think that's True Moberg. Moberg takes another carry. And Moberg there inside the 40 out to the 36. Third down there. Moberg with 8 yards. The carries there. So 4 carries there for Moberg for 4 yards. And less than a minute to go. It's another handoff, this time on the inside. Close to a first down there for Noah Suda. Maybe got a yard on there, and they will give him the first down. Give him a couple for Suda. 30 seconds left, and they might just run this one off. And they do not have to run a play, about a 1-second differential, although Lillimone does come in off the sidelines with the play. We'll see if they can run one more here. With 10 seconds left. And Lillimone, and looking to hand it off. He'll just chuck it down the field. It's incomplete. And that'll do it for the game. Our final score in the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard here on yourliveevent.com. Thompson 39, Grafton 6. We'll get our post game here on yourliveevent.com. Stats and storyline analysis. Hopefully get a player coach interview up here as well, our player of the game as well, coming up on yourliveevent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the yourliveevent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the yourliveevent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip, while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Halstead Telephone Company is now accepting applications for a full-time customer service representative. Primary duties is to provide customer care on inbound calls and for walk-in traffic, provide proactive sales to customers and administrative duties following the sale of products and services, complete general bookkeeping and other office duties as assigned. Halstead Telephone Company provides a competitive wage and generous benefits package, including health, dental, vision, paid vacation, sick time, and retirement. Go to the website for more information, halsteadtel.com/careers. Position will remain open until filled.
I think it's fair to say you pay more now than ever before to operate your vehicles. We've got some relief. I'm Chris Moen with Nodak Insurance. Our auto customers are driving safer with fewer accidents, and for many that translates into lower premiums. If you're not seeing lower rates with your insurance company, call me to compare. You might save some money, and you will get better service. Call me today at 757-1613, or stop by one of my locations at 1913 South Washington in Grand Forks or 207 Main Street in Dakota.
Final here on the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard, 39-6. The Thompson Tommies come away with a victory over the Grafton Spoilers. And let's take a look at the stats and storyline of the game. Storyline of the game, we had two pretty complete halves. Just counting up the drives. 9 total drives in the first half and 10 in the second half. But Thompson led the game for almost the entirety. They led it from the 3:25 mark onward after a 13-play, 65-yard impressive drive for his, and more impressive for the fact that it was his first as a starting quarterback. Gavin Krogstad with a rushing touchdown from 4 yards out. Extra point made it 7-0 Thompson. On the very next offensive drive, after a Grafton punt, Thomas Schumacher hauled it in from 14 yards out for Gavin Krogstad's first passing touchdown of the night and of the season, making it with a extra point, 14-6. After a Grafton punt, Thompson then fumbled in the first half, and that led to Grafton's only points of the game. Kyler Drogue, a 19-yard touchdown pass from Reggie Rice. 2-point conversion was no good, made the score 20-6. Thompson would then score in the very next drive, 26-yard receiving touchdown by guess who? Schumacher. His extra point, though, no good. Make the score 26-6 at the end of the first half. It was a tough third quarter. Punt, interception, fumble, first 4 drives before Thompson would score in their next 2 off of 32-yard rushing touchdowns. First from Josh Duvey, second from Charlie Yon, and then on their next offensive possession after that with the second string in, 10-yard rushing touchdown from Mac Mickelson. His, I believe, first of his Tommy career that would make the score, 20-6 at the end of the first half. That would make the score with those 3 touchdowns. Extra point to 1 extra point as well. That would make the score 39. 19 points in the second half, 20 in the first. 39-6, the final. That's your storyline of the game. So 3 touchdowns each in the first half and the second half. Krogstad was had his hand on the first 3 with a rushing and 2 passing touchdowns, and then Juvie, Yon, and Mickelson running by committee to get the other 3 rushing touchdowns. I'll add up some more stats. Take a look at the stat book here in just a little bit. Unofficially, we'll see if we can get a player and coach up here for an interview, and then as well, we'll have our player of the game and scores as well on yourliveevent.com.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Hi, I'm Sonia at the Lighting Gallery. When you walk through our doors at the Lighting Gallery, we're so much more than lighting. We have an incredible selection of sofas, dining room table and chairs, accent chairs, area rugs, pillows, and other accessories and decor. We want your house to feel like a home. Visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks. See you soon.
Coming back here on the final score, 39-6 on yourliveevent.com. Thompson Tommies pick up the victory here to start the season at 1-0. Grafton drops to 0-2. Looking at some stat lines here for you. Gavin Krogstad in his debut as the starting cornerback did pretty darn well. 11 of 13 through the air, 106 yards passing and 2 passing touchdowns. On the ground, he had 76 yards rushing as well off of, I have him down for, I believe, 12 carries. Will Wilkie had a nice game tonight, 57 yards rushing off of 7 carries. About 8 yards a carry. Pretty good stuff there. Josh Juvie was the bell cow tonight. 11 carries in the first half. Just 5 in the second half. He finished with 96 yards, 4 away from 100. Did get a rushing touchdown as a third of the yards came on one play. A 32-yard rushing touchdown. Charlie Yon with a 32-yard rushing touchdown, 51 total yards. So with Welke, Krogstad, Juvie, and Yon, 4 runners getting over 50 yards. Actually 5, almost 5 if you count the reliever there in Gemmel. Looking at the roster there, that's Eli Gemmel coming in with 47 yards as well. Kanan with 8 and Mickelson with a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Also on the ground, Thomas Schumacher with 3 yards rushing. Through the air, Carter Peterson have 5 catches for about a couple dozen yards. Cash Danner, a couple catches, 11 yards. Thomas Schumacher, 3 catches, 44 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Easton Lovelace, a couple of catches for 41 as well. Kyler Drogue on the night, tough night for him, a couple of interceptions. Finished the game here 3 for 13 for 40 yards and a couple of interceptions. And Leroy Delgado was 7 yards rushing. The rest of the group on the ground, the rest of the relievers on the ground, so to speak, Asuda, Perez, and Moberg finished the night there with, I've got it down for just 6 yards. In the air, Reggie Rice, 2 catches for 36, and Shaden Thomas, a catch for 4 yards. Not too much offense there for the Grafton Spoilers. That's less than 100 yards of offense there for Grafton. In fact, it's about 50 yards of offense for the Spoilers, accounting for their 6 points. For the Thompson Tommies, as I mentioned during the game, it's going to be pretty darn difficult for a opposing defense trying to figure out who to attack, who to hone in on, and who to limit, as a lot of these guys had complete games when you have 4 rushers with 50 yards or more, 1 that almost gets 50 yards on top of that. You got 4 different guys catching the ball. Defensive, I don't think anybody had more than 3 or 4 tackles, but they all rallied well. It's just a well-oiled machine for Thompson, and nothing against Grafton. They've got some great things going for them as well. They just got to limit those turnovers and put some things together. They're close, but not quite there yet. Speaking of close and not quite there yet, we're almost to an interview with the head coach, Brady Schwab, here on yourliveevent.com. Comes your way next.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at americancrystalcareers.com.
On our post game here, Jen with the head coach of the Thompson Tommies and Brady Schwab. And Coach, I was just mentioning kind of in the post game, I don't want to be an opposing defense who has to look at the film because I have no idea how anyone's going to attack you if you spread the ball around that well as you did tonight.
Yeah, you know, we got some kids that can run a little bit, and we want to get them the ball, and, you know, whether it's throwing it to Cash or Easton or Carter or Tommy, you know, or we're running with Josh, and then Charlie came in and you know, did a nice job back there, and Gavin can run a little bit too, you know, from that quarterback spot. But, you know, I got to look at the film too. I wasn't overly happy with how our line played early. I thought as the game went, they got better. I don't know, you know, again, what the film's going to tell me, but I felt like we executed a few of the things that we wanted to execute, you know, and some of it's just trusting what it looks like on a Thursday night or Friday night as opposed to what it looks like in practice. So, you know, we did some nice things, but all in all, we got out with a win, relatively healthy as far as I know, so that's always important too.
Gavin Krogstad tonight, I think his first official start at varsity quarterback, and it didn't show. You know.
Yeah, he did a nice job. I thought he did a nice job leading the team. I thought he did a nice job making some checks at the line when he needed to make checks at the line. And, you know, early on, I don't think he trusted some of his reads. And then as the game went on, and, you know, he made one that worked, and he followed what he was supposed to with his progression. Then, you know, I felt like he got better. So, you know, he's just a competitor. You know, he wants to do well and does a nice job out there. And I felt really happy for him because it's a challenging spot, you know, and moving from, you know, that Z into that quarterback spot, I thought he did a nice job.
Of course, I mentioned the balance. Let's take a look at kind of the stat sheet here. And you had 4 guys tonight get 50 yards or more on the ground. One that was pretty close. Got to be pretty happy with your second unit, the likes of Gemmel and Mickelson and those guys coming in.
Yeah, they did a nice job. You know, they got to play on Monday, so they actually opened up, you know, before us, and they got a couple games here and there, you know. But, yeah, I was happy that we knew who was supposed to be out there, and we went out and we executed the base plays, and Coach Obdam did a nice job, you know, getting the ball to guys where they're supposed to get the ball, and it's just fun when those guys get an opportunity. You know, we talked at the team meeting there about, you know, some of you guys, that might be your shot at playing on a Friday night or a Thursday night. So I think we got everybody on the field, and when you can do that with 49 guys, we're pretty happy.
As on the defensive side, I think just about 50 yards somewhere in there for Grafton as a whole on offense, and you took advantage of some turnovers early.
Yeah, we did. You know, the pick Cash had was a good momentum play for us, and he made a nice read, and you know, I thought we tackled well in space. Again, I'll have to see what film says, but I thought overall we did a nice job tackling, and we rallied to the ball. You know, again, film might tell a different story, but at least to the naked eye during the game, I felt we did those things well.
Talk about your opponent next week. Of course, Hillsborough Central Valley. We know them pretty well on yourliveevent.com. Your thoughts on the Burros?
Yeah, you know, we've been kind of back and forth in different regions, and we've missed each other a little bit here or there and haven't played them. That's going to be the first time, I believe, that I coached against Hillsborough Central Valley in the years that I've been coaching. So it's a great program. It's got a storied history. You know, I think we're playing over at Central Valley, which is a whole nother storied history with Coach Vegan over there. And, you know, those guys are going to hit you in the mouth, and that's what we're going to expect, and that's what we're going to have to prepare for.
Brady, anything else you want to mention here on the postgame?
I got to give a shout out to our head maintenance man, Travis Klagstad, and then Matt Chandler and Coach Obdam. They got out here and they were running pumps and they were getting water off the field, and kind of that unheralded position. That was really nice to see those guys, and we're really thankful that they were out here. So I just want to make sure that they get recognized.
Head coach for the Thompson Tommies, Brady Schwab, 39-6 victory over the Grafton Spoilers. Coach, congratulations. We'll see you on your live event next week against the Burros.
Thanks, Jim.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Dagelman Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, we focus on support and make the experience of owning a Dagelman unlike any other. Dagelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
Coming on up here on YourLiveEvent.com, our final score on the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. Again, 39-6 the final. As time is winding down here, let's crank out our final little bit of action. Our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Life Takes Energy, Enbridge.com for career opportunities. I think it was a pretty obvious choice tonight. Josh Juvie did have a good honorable mention contest, but I got to give it to Gavin Krogstad. In your first start as a varsity quarterback, looking like it's your 10th, 12th, 15th start as a varsity quarterback. He threw, I don't know what the pass rating would equate to, especially in the high school side, but 11 of 13, 106 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. He ran for 76 yards on the ground. He counted for almost 200 yards of total offense by himself and 3 touchdowns with the rushing touchdown and the 2 passing. He got a couple of tackles on defense, and he got an interception. He could do it all tonight. Gavin Krogstad is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Congrats, Gavin. I hope you have a great rest of the season, and we will see, as the lights come down, we'll see Gavin and the rest of the Tommies against the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros next week on YourLiveEvent.com next Friday night. Tomorrow night, the Burros are in action against Park River, Fordville, Lincoln. Other games going on tomorrow night, just to leave you with some more of the schedule. Tomorrow night on YourLiveEvent.com, Perm is at Holly, and Lisbon hosts Valley City, and Shanley is at Fargo South. Well, that'll about wrap things up here on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, the final score on the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. It's 39-6. Thompson with the victory. See your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Lakota. Chris Moen today. For all of us here at YourLiveEvent.com, thanks again to Brady Schwab and the Thompson team for all their hospitality and the great room they give us up here in the box to get these games. Bailey Bryant on the camera once again, quality job. And I was okay as well. James Martin's here with you saying, Thompson Tommies, Grafton Spoilers football fans, show some pride. Have a good rest of your Thursday evening.